Hello friends, welcome to Technocrate Automation Lab. In last session, we have seen the Selenium setup and we tried to launch one application in Chrome browser. Fine, so today we are going to see how to launch a particular application in IE, what exactly the changes we'll have to do in our script if we want to change or switch to any other browser. Apart from that, we are also going to see some WebDriver commands, and after that we are going to see the locators, which is the very important part of Selenium. Fine, I'll start with my first agenda of today, that is running test on IE. So I'll go to my Eclipse. Okay, guys, this is the script that we have written last week. Fine. So what we were doing last week when we were trying to launch Chrome browser. So with the help of this executable file, we were trying to launch our Chrome browser. What is this? This we have downloaded from the internet. So in similar way, now we want to launch the browser in IE. So we'll have to download this executable first for IE, right? We'll go to internet, we'll write IE Selenium driver. This is directly available in Selenium official site. This is the official site of Selenium from where we have downloaded Selenium jars. Now this is the Internet Explorer driver server. So as my machine is 64-bit Windows, I'll download this one. Fine. If you have some other configuration on your machine, so please choose that option accordingly. Fine. I'll go to download folder. It's taking time. Let's wait. Okay, fine. It has downloaded. Now just copy this. I'll go to somewhere in C drive. Here I'll paste this. And this is the zip file. Okay, I'll unzip first. I'll extract this. So guys, this is the iDriver executable file. This we need, this location we need. Just copy this and paste it over here. Okay, I'll do one thing. Just right. I need to copy this location. Fine. Now, okay, let's run the thing that is we have to mention the actual executable file name. See. Okay. Now, when we were setting the property by system class, then we have used the first parameter as WebDriver.Chrome.driver. Now we need to change this to I. Guys, you have to remember these things, that in case of I, it will be I. For Chrome, we use Chrome.driver. In case of Firefox, it will be the Gecko.driver. So these things you have to remember. So we are done with our first change. After that, as of now, you can see this driver is currently pointing to Chrome driver. This is the reference of Chrome driver class. We need to change the pointing of this driver. So it will be like Internet Explorer. Right. Import the jar. Okay. So now what we have done the changes of the executable part for iDriver, and apart from that we also done the changes, or we have pointed our driver to Internet Explorer driver. Now we are good to go. But guys, there is some things that you have to remember whenever you are trying to launch Internet Explorer. There are two things, or a prerequisite, that you need to check. The first thing is the zoom level of browser should be 100%. I'll go to internet. This is just like a prerequisite for Explorer. Settings. Okay, so as of now you can see this is 125%. Fine, so this I need to change. It should be 100%. Okay, otherwise your application won't launch. Fine. Apart from this, there is one more change or one more setting that you need to verify. That is the all zones, all security things, security settings should be enabled or disabled. What does that mean? Go to settings, internet options, security. So we have 4 security settings, right? For internet Explorer. The first one is internet, local. So see, this is enabled. This should be enabled. This should be enabled. This is already enabled. Either all should be enabled or all should be disabled. Right? That is again a setting that we need to check. Go check, verify. Yes. So I'm done with my 2 prerequisite that is required for IE browser. Fine, I'll just close this. Go to Eclipse. Now I'll try, or let's run this code and try to execute this code. I'll just click on run button. Now let's see what happens. See guys, Google is open in Internet Explorer. Fine. So in the similar way, you can launch any browser. Suppose if your application is working on Firefox, Opera, anything. Only these 2 changes that you need to do in your script. Apart from that, whatever scripts we are going to write. So apart from that, everything will remain same. Fine. I'll just remove this code and I'll go back to my Chrome driver. Okay, so now we are going to see some WebDriver commands. We move to our next topic of today, that is WebDriver commands. Fine. So guys, what are WebDriver commands actually? See, I'll go to an application that is Google. So after launching an application, what is our next task? What exactly we are doing here? We are doing the testing. We are trying to automate the manual test cases. Fine. So what does testing mean? A validation. There are certain validations that we need to perform on application. Fine. So suppose I need to verify this title, the title of this page. As of now, it is Google. I need to verify whenever Google page is open, the title should be Google only. There won't be any spelling mistake. That kind of things I'll verify. So for this, different actions, we have some commands that is available by WebDriver that we are going to see. So what are those commands? If we see, these are some common commands, although there are so many. As of now, we are going to see these commands which are common. The first one is get, that we have already used, right? What we were doing here, for launching an application, we were using the get method. We were using get method for launching an application. What this get method is saying? See, this get method is taking one string as a parameter that we have passed and it is returning void. So what this get method is actually doing, it is launching an application. It is not returning anything to this code. That's why the return type is void. Simple Java concept. If my method is going to return something, so the return type will be accordingly. If it is returning string, the return type will be string. Fine. So see now the next method, that is the get title. Get title method will return the value of this title of any application that you have launched. We'll write the code for this. What we need to do? Simple. See, these are the commands that is provided by WebDriver. Right? As of now, we are going to use this get title. Right? Now, if you just move my mouse to here, see, this get title command is returning string because the value of this will be string, right? Google simple text. So I'm going to store of this in some string variable. Fine. After this, there is one more method, that is get current URL. What this method do? See, as of now, I have launched google.com. So my application or my driver is in this application. But suppose if I click on this, fine, now my application is changed, fine. So I want to verify where exactly I am. What is the exact URL in which I am working right now? So this method helps us in that case. These methods return the URL where exactly our driver is, where exactly our driver is pointing, fine. So we'll try to use that and we'll see what it returns. Simple driver dot get current URL. It is also returning string value of that URL, fine. Just like this, www.google.com. So we will again store this in some of string file. Fine. Okay, now let's just print this so able to see the values on console. Title of page is fine. Now page is plus C. Right? Very simple program. We are just trying to get the title and URL of that page in which I am working. Now I have saved my program. Let's run it. Okay, it is trying to launch google.com in Chrome. Fine, Google is open. We'll see. See, I got the title of my web page is Google. This is Google, right? And the URL on which currently I am working is the same one. Right? We got the output that we wanted. Now, close this. Suppose now we are getting the title, but what we have to do with the title? We need to validate this. So for that, we'll put some if condition. Simple if else that we used in Java. If title equals method is the available, fine. Equals method compares the two values of string, that is it should be equal to Google, fine, that we are expecting. If title dot equals Google, then we'll say test cases passed. Fine. Else test cases failed. Simple. We are checking the title of our web page, or we are verifying the title of our web page. Right? So now just save this program and let's run it. Application is launched. Fine. We'll go to our code and see what is the output here. It is still launching. Let's wait. we got the output as title of web page is Google, test case is passed, and current URL of web page is this. We got the test message as test case is passed. Why? Because the title which was retrieved by this command, by this method, that is equals to Google. So by this, or by putting such kind of condition, we validate our code the same way we do in manual testing. Fine. Now this is my browser that is opened by our Selenium scripts. Chrome is being controlled by automated test. So now you have observed that it is not closing automatically. I am able to launch it via my script, but I am not able to close it via my script. I am closing it manually, right? That is not we want. We want it should be closed automatically by Selenium script only, right? So for that, one method is available, that is close method, right? So one close method is there for that, and one quit method is there. Guys, this is the interview question, that what is the difference between close and quit method. So we are going to see that. See, simple, use write dot. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Okay, it is launching application. Okay. We got the output, and see, Chrome is closed automatically. It is closed by our Selenium script. Fine. So close is used to, the close command is used to close the browser that is opened by your Selenium script. Now why we use quit? Why? There is one more command available, that is quit. See, whenever you are working with applications, so many times it happens that, suppose if you are clicking on somewhere and there is one link and one additional page is opening like this, okay, and this is open by your Selenium script only, then quit command will close all the open URLs, all the open browsers, but close will only close that particular site where your driver is pointing it. As of now, my driver is pointing on Google, so it will close only google.com. But if there would be an additional application that is open because of the click, because I have clicked somewhere, so by quit command, we can close entire application or entire browsers. Fine. That is the difference between close and quit command. And that is the very famous interview question. Fine. I'll just close this. So guys, these are the common commands that is available in Selenium WebDriver. There are so many, and we are going to learn many more in later sessions. There is one more command available which you can see, I think I have missed that, that is get page source. So what is this? Simply I go to Google, right click. You can see one option as view page source. What is this? This is just the backend HTML coding of your web page that is displayed here. Okay, so if you want to see that source of the web page, then this method is used, but that is not widely used in Selenium, so no need to learn that. Fine. Guys, we have covered the launching of an application in Internet Explorer, and after that we have seen some common Selenium command. I'm again saying common, okay, not all. Okay, after that we'll move to locators part. Fine. So what is locators? As I said, this is very important part of Selenium. Fine. See, there are multiple things that you can see on web page. This Gmail, this is link, this is one again a box, this is a link, this is the text box. Whatever you see on the application, these are called as elements, right? There are multiple elements available on this web page, and whenever you want to perform a different operations on these elements, you need to identify these elements uniquely. So in that case, locator helpers or locators are the one which provides the communication between your Selenium script and your browser's element, right? So suppose this is the Gmail link. I want to click on this Gmail link. This is the element. In Selenium terms, we call these elements as web elements. So this is one web element which is available on Google. I want to perform some operation on this. Suppose I want to perform a click operation on this. So my first thing is, I need to identify this Gmail so that my script can go and click on this Gmail button. Okay, so for identification purpose, we use locators that is provided by Selenium, or although in all automation tools, there are some kind of concept of locators. Fine, we'll go to my slides. Simple locators are basically used to locate the elements on web page that I just said. It is command which tells Selenium which element it needs to operate on. Fine. Locating elements in Selenium done by using find element and find elements method that we are going to see. Fine. So I'll go to our code. Erase this, we don't need this right now. Simple. There is one method available, that is find element. See, till now we have seen get current URL, or get title, get close, but another method is available, that is find element. Okay, so I'll just click on it. In find element, this method takes a string of your locator, but it takes with the help of by class. Guys, one by class is available by which, by using that class, you can use your locator. So you can identify your elements. How you are going to do that? There are different locators available in Selenium. These are the ID, name, partial link text, class name, link text, XPath CSS, and there is one more tag name that I have missed. Okay, so with the help of these locators, you can identify your element uniquely. How? Go to Google. Simple app. Okay. So suppose I want to sign in Yahoo with my Selenium scripts. So this is the sign in element that I need to verify, that I want to click on this element. Just right click on this. There is one option as inspect. Click on that. See, one page is opened, one HTML page. What we call this page is DOM. Okay, document object model. The full form of document object model. In short, we say this DOM. So in this DOM, this is actually a backend of this web page application. Okay, this is just like a tag, simple HTML tag, you can see, right? And to inspect a particular element, what we do, see, there is one option is there. Option available, like select an element in the page. Click on this. Go to the element that you want to select. I want to select this. See. So this particular lines or a tags is highlighted. Means you can see this under span, under a tag, there are some HTML code is there, and there sign in page is there. So with the help of these particular lines of HTML, we will identify our elements in any web page. How we are going to do that? See, you can see the ID of this web page, class is available for this web page, and one tag is there, that is A. A tag is always refers to a link. Any link which is available on web page will be referred by A tag. Right? So one ID is available for this sign-in page. I'll take this ID. I'll go to my Eclipse. Here what I wrote? I wrote driver.findElement by. Okay, by is a class. Simple by dot. One ID option is there. I have ID of this element, right? This is the ID. I just copy this. And paste it over. Fine. And fine. what this line is actually saying. This line is saying to my driver that find this element with the help of id, where value of id is equal to this particular value that I have mentioned. Okay, and what this line is going to return, it is going to return this element. What is this? This is a web element. Fine. So if I want to store this, I'll simply write element. Okay, I'm going to store this particular element in login. This is the web element. I need to import this first. See guys, don't get confused. Right now we are dealing with three classes. The first class is WebDriver, and driver is the object of that, and method is available, that is find element. Fine. The next class which we are dealing with is by class, and we are using the id method of that. Another class, that is web element class. Web element class is what? Suppose, see, these all are the web elements, right? Sign in, mail, all are web elements. And if you want to perform some actions on that, so there are some methods, those are defined into the web element. Fine. As of now, what I want to perform on this, I want to click on this link. My simple operation that I want is click on this link. I'll go and just write click. Click method is available here, and I'll use that. That is provided by web element class. Fine. After that, okay, see, now let's run our code. We'll run our code. So we have used the id locator. And we need to change the URL. Fine. We are dealing with, yeah. Close this, save this, and let's run. See, Yahoo page is open, and after that it clicked on sign in page, and we are navigating to the next page. Fine. Means by this locator or by this line, my driver is able to identify the location of the sign in element, and it clicked on it. Fine. Work fine. Now we'll go to the next step. Next step is, okay, I close the page by the click on sign in button. Now this page is it, right? See, now what is my next step? I need to enter the login ID. Fine. I need to enter one login ID. What I'll do, I'll just click on this and will go to my cursor to this particular location. Okay, I found the location of this. See, I got this location. So here you can see the tag is input. Okay, in starting what tag you can see, that is input. Means this particular element can take or can hold one value. This is the input kind of element. And here you can see the multiple things like class is phone number, type is text, name is username, and ID is login username. We can use any one of these. Either we can use class, name, and ID. So what I said, there are different locators. We have used ID. So now we'll try to use name. Right? How we are going to use? What is the name of this? The name is username. Just copy. All right. Dot find element I dot name. Name is available. What is the name that we have copied? Just paste it over here and Again, we'll store this into that is a username. Give the name of the table, its username. Fine. Now, what action I need to perform here? I need to send some value, right? I need to pass value here. Anything, any user ID or anything. Fine. So for that, one method is available that is provided by web element class. Is send keys. Now inside that you can write whatever value you want to send to the application. Fine. So I'll just send one test email ID. Okay, I'll just send it. Now see. After that, what will be my next action? Close this so that you will be able to see this clearly. Fine. So suppose I send one value for this text, okay, in this particular ID section. After that, I want to click on next button. So now I have to identify the location of this, right? I'll have to inspect this element. Again, do the same process. Okay. Now this is identifying the next. This particular section is C. Whenever I'm going to this particular location, it is already locating that next element. Fine. So what we have ID, we have type, we have name, we have class. Okay, multiple options are available here. We can choose any one. Okay, let's take ID. No problem. We'll take ID again. Sign. Do we have class, but class name is huge? Okay, let's take ID only. Simple. What we'll do, driver dot find element by dot type ID value that we have. Now what operation we need to perform here? That is click operation. I need to click on that sign in button. Fine. Store some variable. I will say next button. Okay, the variable name is next button. Next button and we'll use the click method. Fine. Now save it. Now let's run this code. So we'll see what happens. So this was the name locator. We have seen ID located and now we are going to see name locator, how it works. I run it. Now see what happens. Okay, browser is launched, application is opened, it's clicking on sign in button, it clicked and entered login ID, fine, clicked on next button, fine. So whatever steps I told to do my driver, that has been done. My driver did the exactly thing that I wanted, fine. So guys, we have seen ID and name. Okay, now we are going to see how to use class name. So for this, now go to UI. So for this particular element, as of now, we have selected this ID, that is the login username, right? But you can see here, the class is also available. Okay, the class is equal to phone number. We can also identify this particular element with the help of this class value. So now let's use it. Fine, we'll go to our code. Instead of ID, now we are going to use class. So here, that method is already available, that is by.classname. Fine. Now, instead of login username, we have to give this value, that is the phone number. Fine. See, we done only two changes. Instead of ID, now we are trying to locate the element with the help of class name. Fine, let's run this code. Now what is our expectation? That this ID should be entered in ID field. See, Chrome is launched. It is trying to open yahoo.com. Clicked on sign in page. And after that ID is entered. Fine. See, now we'll close this. Right. So guys, what I was trying to say, for finding an element on web application, you can use any one of these. Either you can use ID or name or class, whatever is available. Fine, but ID and name mostly Unix. Okay, whatever values are assigned to ID and name, mostly those are unique. What we are trying to identify here, we are trying to identify an element uniquely. So there should not be any case that whatever you are taking, your script is finding two elements based on your input. So that should not be happen. In such cases, the ID and name is preferred. If ID and name is not available, you can go for class. Right? So now let's go to our sheet. So as I said, ID is most of the cases ID is unique, name is also unique, class name is also unique values, but not in all the cases. Sometimes class name is duplicate. So make sure whenever you are taking, just make sure it is finding the appropriate element that you wanted to select. Fine. After that, we are going to see link text or partial link text. What is this? For that, now go to simple Google. Okay, so in Google, this page, you can find some links are available like Gmail, images. So these are links. If you click on this particular link, then a different page is open here. Fine. So this is, let me just delete the history first. It is directly opening my account. So what is this? This is the Gmail page. Fine, this is the link. Now let's inspect this. Try to inspect this link. Now see, this is the locator in HTML page for this link. You can see this starts with A. A is the representation of link, right? That I said earlier. So if an element starts with A, it shows that this is going to be a link. Now you can see there is no ID available, no class, no name. So how we are going to identify such elements? For such elements, we have option of link text and partial link text. By taking help of these link text element, you can identify a particular link. What link text means? The text that is visible. For this particular link, what is the text? That is Gmail. How we are going to use? To Google. Now we are trying to launch Google. Now this is going to be changed. Okay, now we want to by dot. You can see one element as link text, which is taking a string as a value. I'm using that. Fine. What is the value of your link text here? That is Gmail. Copy this and paste it over here. Change the name of this. Or you can directly see, I want to click on that element. So there is no need that each time you are taking like this, that you are storing the element into one web element variable and then you are clicking. You can directly go perform the action over here as well. Usually we do like this, right? So this particular lines will be removed. Right? So what I'm using here, I'm using the link text. I'm saying my driver to find the element on the basis of link text, and the value of that text is Gmail. Right? Let's start this code. Okay, we have executed this code. Let's see. Okay, Chrome is launched. And see, it clicked on Gmail page and Gmail page is open. Fine. So in such a way, with the help of link text, we can perform action on our links. Fine. Along with that, there is one more locator available, that is partial link text. So as of now, we have seen link text. Now there is one more element, one more locator is available, that is partial link text. What does that mean? For that also, we'll go to, okay, we'll go to Yahoo page for that, and you can see this sign-in page is also a link on Yahoo page. See, we'll find the locator of this. See, so this is the locator of this particular sign-in page, sign-in link. Again, this is the A tag, means this is link. So the text of this is sign-in. So suppose in any cases, or in the particular text of the link is quite huge, and that you are not able to take an entire string in your code. So in such cases, we can take the piece of that text. Means in such case, the text is sign-in. So we are also going to take, we are only going to take sign. Okay, not in. Let's see how it works. Simple, just instead of Gmail, click on yahoo.com by dot partial. Okay, partial link text, which is taking the string value as a partial link text. What is the link text here? This is the sign. Okay, this is the link text. I'm only taking the sign string from this. Paste this, and we want to perform click operation. Let's run this. What's the mistake? I just run this. Okay, Yahoo page is open. And sign in link is clicked. Fine. Means with the help of partial text of string, also we can perform the action on particular element. So that option is also available in Selenium. But guys, this is not the right choice to select a particular element with the partial text locator, because what happens if there would be any other link which is also containing the sign in character or a sign string in that, so there will be a confusion. Means your locator will identify two links in that case. Okay, so what happens if there would be two links? Okay, your script will by default click on the first one, and if your requirement is to click on the second link which is containing the sign string, so that you are not going to perform, and there would be some trick that you have to use. So better always use link text. If there would be any condition that the particular link text is very huge and you are not able to take the entire string, in such cases go for partial link text. But always make sure that whatever text you are taking, it is the unique one, and with the help of that, it is identifying only the appropriate element on which you want to perform the action. Fine. Now just close this. So guys, we have seen ID locator, name locator, class name, link text, and partial link text. Now the three are remaining, that is the tag name, XPath, and CSS. So tag name we are going to see in later sessions, because as of now it is tricky and you won't get this part, and later on we are going to see this tag in details. Guys, that now we'll come to the XPath. That is the main locator of Selenium, because sometimes or even most of the times these ID name and class names are not available for elements. We have used, as of now, we have seen the example of very easy websites where ID is easily available. But if that is not available, we'll have to go for XPath. And there are certain ways to create the XPath. So I'm going to take a proper session or a separate sessions on XPath. As of now, I'll just give you the introduction that what is XPath. Okay. So XPath is very popular approach to locate an element, just like ID and name. It is designed to navigate the XML documents with the purpose of selecting the elements. Fine. So we have two types of XPath available in Selenium. The first one is the relative or partial XPath, and the second one is absolute or complete XPath. This we are not going to use. Okay, we should not use absolute XPath. The right approach is to use the relative or partial XPath. What is this? It starts with the double forward slash. So this is the syntax of relative XPath. It starts with double slash, means it can search your element in your HTML page, or you can say ki it is going to search a particular element from anywhere. It is not going to start with the root node, like this is the root node HTML. Okay, so if you are giving the double slash, means it is not going to start searching of that particular element from this root node. It can search from anywhere, whatever attribute or input you are giving. So this is the tag name. If I am giving the tag name, it will start search accordingly. As of now, if I talk about this particular sign in button, so for this the tag is A. So what I'll do, I'll give the tag name as A. After that, we have to give the attribute name, means on what basis we are going to search this element. Right? So if that is the ID or that is the class, we'll have to give the ID and that value. Fine. Now let's create the XPath for this element. That is the sign. Fine. As of now, we don't know how to create. So just right click on this. Copy. And there is one option available, that is copy XPath. Just copy this. Here you can enter Ctrl+5. So see this box, find by string selector for XPath. Just copy the text that you have copied. Now see what XPath is coming. This came automatically. Okay, we have directly copied. So what this XPath has given, it is giving double slash forward slash star, and ID should be equal to header sign in link. Right? So we know this particular tag name is A. Instead of star, we can give A here. Right? And this is the double string. So you can say, you can see here only one element is identified. One of one, means by helping of this XPath, only one element is going to identify in this web page. This is the very good approach, because always you want to select your element in such a way that whatever locator you are going to identify, that should select your element uniquely. And by the XPath, by choosing the XPath, you can directly check on web page itself. You are not going to run execute or scripts for that. By writing our XPath, we are directly getting, okay, this is the appropriate XPath, because for this XPath I'm getting the one of one, means only this element is going to be selected. So there won't be any error or exception at the runtime. Fine, I'll just select this, just copy this. And instead of use this, instead I dot expression. Just erase this came automatically. Okay, now instead of these double quotes, you have to give single quotes here. And now this is your XPath, right? What action you want to perform on this? You click. Now run it. browser is getting launched. So you can see the Yahoo page. After that, it clicked on the sign in button. Fine. That exactly happened that I wanted, that we wanted. Means with the help of these XPaths that is already available in application, we are able to click on that particular element. We can perform any action, right? So there is one more XPath, that is, as of now we have seen the relative XPath. The next one is absolute XPath. So what happens in this case? In relative, we have used the double forward slash. In absolute, it uses only single. Means it search your element, whatever you give here, it search from the your root directory, right? Means from the beginning of your HTML page. That's why it is not advisable, because it is time consuming. It search your element from the starting, so it will take a lot of time, and the XPath is also huge. So that's why absolute XPath we are not going to use. We have to learn relative XPath. So there are so many tricks by using the there are so many tricks of creating the XPaths. Okay, like parent node or siblings, like ID, attributes, so class name. There are so many, and we are going to see that in my next session. I'm going to take a proper session on XPath, that how to create that. Fine. So that's it, guys, for today. Today we have seen the locators, which is very important part of Selenium. If you have any doubts, you can write us on the email ID which is given below. Fine. So we'll meet on next session, guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.